Well, I'm gonna continue on with this language topic, all right? Because here's the thing. There's people who talk so eloquently, and I'm talking about eloquently to the point where they just, they want to sound like they're smarter than everybody else because of the way they talk. You know what I mean? But if you really ask me, man, it's just, you see, we're all being something here. Right, and like I've mentioned in my previous videos, okay? See, I would have never, I knew nothing of gardening, okay? I knew nothing of gardening. And yet I come here to this state of North Carolina from New York, and all of a sudden now I'm a master gardener. And I knew nothing of gardening. I'm growing things I would have never thought I would have ever grown, okay? So, everything is basically, the way I look at it is you either get possessed by the energy, because they say, oh, get into the spirit of Christmas, let's say. Get into the holiday spirit, right? But then you get into the spirit, okay? Or does the spirit get into you? All right? Because I'm in the spirits. And I'll tell you right now, right now I'm bullshitting, man. But to make videos, I gotta get in the spirit. And I'm talking about me, source, connection. Okay, zigzag. Matter of fact, what's funny is I've been drawing lately a lot. You know what I mean? I've been drawing a lot, just different things that, even through my meditations and stuff like that I have visualized, and I try to make sense of it as much as possible. And not trying to think of it too much in a human form, you know what I mean? But anyway, let me get on topic again. But, as far as getting into the spirit, you can get into the spirit of being a human to the fullest potential, And the funny thing is, you could express yourself very eloquently, very, very eloquently, okay? There's people who do that, people who express themselves eloquently. But what do words mean to you if you know yourself? Let's say, for example, somebody says, hey, you're a faggot, You see, the normal person would get very triggered by that word, and they'll get into a fight, okay? But why would you need to get into a fight if you know you ain't a faggot? You know what I mean? See, the word means what it means. But if you know that ain't you, it's just trigger words. Okay? It don't matter, because listen, all words hold a frequency. Luck, fuck, suck, duck, buck, all those words are in the same frequency and vibration. All of them are in the same frequency. I don't give a fuck what they mean. They're all in the same frequency. Good luck, good fuck, good suck, good duck, doesn't matter. They're all in the same frequency. All right? Now, words would mean whatever you put the meaning of it to. Okay? But then it can also be used against you. This is why they say when you get arrested, the police officer has to read you your rights, because everybody has the right to remain silent. But what's the first thing people do? They want to play the victim role and defend themselves, and they start fucking chit-chattering, and then they end up incriminating themselves, right? Because certain words, see, look at how, see this bastard language, you see, it basically means whatever you want it to mean, but it can still be used against you when you don't know your power, okay? And when you don't know how to use the words. Now, you have the right to remain silent. Right has many meanings. Right turn, you're right, meaning that you're correct, okay? You can say light, right, same frequency and vibration, but the word light, okay, means light bulb, light color, lightweight. You know what I mean? It's got a bunch of different meanings. Like right, only changing one letter, but it's in the same frequency. Fight, right, light, bite. All right, so that's why, to me, I'll try to decipher the language as however I see it fit. But everything stems from Germanic, Latin. So I'll try to break it down. Just because I know Spanish, there's certain words that don't translate to the exact meaning of what it would mean in another language. Like understand. Understanding in Spanish is entender. En means in. Entrar, to go in. Enter. Even in English, enter. Entender. Understand. Understand, translated in Spanish, would really mean understand when you say entender. So it's like you gotta try to decipher the whole thing for yourself. So it's not just, and you gotta look at everything basically like it's foreign to you. Again, because you're not human. Okay? And basically what traps us is just even speaking can trap you alone, because that's the human way of communicating. So you're trapping yourself just speaking. Period. So in the best interest of spreading or sharing knowledge, I got to use the language. All right? But I'm going to share my thoughts and my point of view. All right? But one thing to understand is, don't take everything so serious, man. This is like, and in this video, I don't want anybody to think it sounds like I'm talking to somebody. I'm not. I'm just basically just talking. Okay? But if you're gonna be human, because you have to be human here, don't you want to you get the most of it? But how do you know that your human existence isn't dependent on you fulfilling a certain mission for your DNA, ancestry? See, because the thing is that, see, we're here living this experience, living the American dream. What is the American dream? To make money, have a good job, go to school, get married. Is that the American dream? Or are we here to do something else? Do you think that you're really just meant to, like, think about this? Are you just coming here to live, spend all your time at work, okay, and then die? You see, as a child, you spend all your time, most of the majority of your life is in school, okay? Then you come out, and then you go to work for the majority of your life. You only get a certain small percentage of time to enjoy it, which they call vacation. Vacate. What are you vacating from? Vacation. I'm taking a vacation from my prison. So do you see, like, and it's not like this is a video to tell you that, you know, you're a prisoner or anything like that. This is just to let you know that with awareness, you could be aware of what it is that you do, because a lot of the times people think that success stems from having a lot of money, and having a lot of money would require you going to work for that money or acquire, or maybe if you're smart, you can make investments and stuff like that, but you still got to pay a lot of all your energetic attention to making sure that your businesses are succeeding, right? You can't just say, oh, I'm going to invest here and just not pay attention to it, right? But a lot of the things is that, see, that could be your definition of success. Somebody else's definition of success could be living very, very humbly, but having all the time in the world to spend with their family, their friends, and maybe their property ain't worth that much, so they got a small bill. They don't have to work so hard. They can just enjoy their life, all right? Because the more you got, the more chains and shackles you got to yourself, right? You see, you could enjoy the toys and riches, but at the end of the day, for who is it? Is it really fulfillment? Because a lot of the times it's just basically ego, where you're trying to show this off to other people. So it's like, you know, and you know, this is where sometimes I feel like what is the definition of success to certain people may not be the definition of success to another people. And I mentioned this in the other video. So, I mean, even to make a video, I get into an energy, you know? I get into an energy. But the main thing to think about is here, does the energy take over you, or do you utilize the energy to your advantage to utilize it for what you need to do here? And what it is that you need to do here, okay, is to do a lot of clearing. See, a lot of people say, oh, I gotta clear, you know, clean my genes, clear the DNA, clear that. But a lot of that has to do with you clearing your body of the toxicity that happens in this everyday life. Okay? Lust, which is number one. The illusion of what abundance means to the planet here. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, one thing that I've been researching is basically, I saw one guru post that in order for the climate change to be reversed, 3 trillion or 3 billion trees, I don't remember if it was 3 billion or 3 trillion trees that he said, but 3 billion or 3 trillion trees need to be planted each year for the climate change to be reversed. But is it that the trees need to be planted, or do we need to stop cutting these motherfuckers down to begin with? Because a lot of the times it doesn't just stem from us planting trees, it starts from us changing a lifestyle of ours for us to stop cutting these trees down. And we blame the government, but at the end of the day, we're consented to it. Look, trees are used for papers in school, for papers that you use every day to pay bills, whatever it may be, okay? Money, they use a specific kind of paper, but it still stems from trees. But they use something called rag paper, I think it was called. All right? And it's pressurized with the ink and all the holograms and all that shit. But how are you eating every day? Okay? Because a lot of the times when trees get cut, it's for cattle ranching. Because a lot of people think, and here's the funny part though. It's basically consuming less, eating less. Because at the end of the day, one of the most important things here is that, you know, you could be eating vegan products. And one thing that I can tell you is I have a lot of, because I worked in the supplement industry, and a lot of friends of mine worked in the food industry, and a lot of the stuff that's in the labels is not labeled, and they do not have to label it the same way that it's with products, with supplements. See, the stuff could be labeled, but they'll either add a proprietary blend or they can leave certain things out. So you may be eating shit that's still cannibalizing you. And why do I say cannibalizing? You see, a lot of, even medication contains urea. Urea is urine, and that's blood plasma, filtered blood, but it's not your own blood. So what happens when you, first of all, I even mentioned that when you have sex with somebody, when you kiss somebody, you're exchanging information. You're exchanging, there's DNA being exchanged. So you're downloading that other person into your system. You do not know what you're downloading. So when you eat shit that you don't know, you're downloading that into your system, and it's affecting you in many, many ways. It's very important to just do you really need to eat that much? Here's the funny part. I mean, you see the weights behind me, right? I used to weigh 215. I'm 185 right now, 180. Okay? But I'm not eating a lot. I'm eating one meal a day, and if I eat anything in between, it's gonna be basically like berries, you know, like certain raw foods. But there's got to be a balance between raw foods and cooked foods. And since it's been summertime, I'm eating more raw foods because you gotta work with your body. You know what I mean? You know, there's people who came into GNC, and you know the temperature there is 67, 68 degrees, and they're saying, "Oh my God, it's so hot." Meanwhile, they're overweight, their face is all red and shit. And what does that mean? That means that their body is overheating because of all the acidity that they've ate and all the work that their body's being put through. When you work out, you sweat, right? Because you're working out. What do you think happens when you're eating all this food? The temperature of your body goes up. When you fast, why do you think you feel colder? Because your body is now working less. But also has to do with a lot of it has to do with alkalinity. So, I mean, know the mechanics of everything about you, you know? But operate yourself as if you were a vehicle. You're a vehicle here, and your experience here, you're more empowered than you can believe. We look to spirits to do something for us, but in reality, the spirits need us to do work here to clear shit for them. How do you know your ancestors are not trying to clear karma out, but they depend on you to do it for them because they couldn't do it over here? So you're pretty much their savior. They're God. They're Jesus Christ. But it's literally, even like, if you want to look at it from a different point of view, all right? Everything that's outside of you is basically an extension of you. So you're saying the ancestors, you're clearing stuff for the ancestors. You're clearing shit for yourself. In reality, these ancestors are an extension of you. When you are, let's say there's people who become famous, they become popular, or they become very good at something. It was your ancestors doing that shit through you. You're at the highest position right now. You're at the highest position. Everything that you turn toward, okay, that you look for answers to, okay, is basically you in a more advanced state. But at the end of the day, okay, it cannot be accessed unless it is done through you here, being now. It's like people think that because it's advanced, it's in the future or what. No, it's like what you're doing now. You just forgot. You forgot the technology. Or it's been dormant, it's been turned off, it's been manipulated or tampered with. Okay? But if you're in this position where you know that the technology has been tampered with, you have to think about why you're in the position right now to say that the position that I am in, my technology has been tampered with. Okay? Because, you know, I've been watching a lot of Star Wars little flicks, like the Star Wars Legends. Darth Vader, okay, was purposely made weaker due to fear. The Master was fearful of Darth Vader, so he made him weaker. He made that armor slower, heavier. But then what happened? He mastered, and it became his greatest asset. But through hatred and the dark side, he became stronger, and he learned how to use the Force to maneuver that armor a lot better. So you're like Darth Vader, and your armor has been made weaker, but it is up to you to utilize, instead of putting it in the victim mentality, is utilize that anger and that hate, that rage, to transform it to a passion to make it better. You know? This is why I work out. Do you think I work out to come on camera and be like beast mode? No, I work out to stay in shape. To maintain my physique and to maintain a strong vessel. Okay? Physically. But it doesn't only come from that. It's becoming from a strong mind also. Because it takes a lot of discipline. See, there's a lot of people who come up with excuses. Oh man, I would love to go to the gym, but I can't work out. Right? There's always time. You could just do 20 to 30 minutes. See right back here? I got a bench, okay? And I got dumbbells. I could do an entire upper body workout with just that, because that bench will decline, incline, and flatten out. And with that, I could do shoulders, chest, back, and core. And arms. A full body workout. And legs. If you know how to do standing lunges and all that, I could do all that. Squats. It doesn't even, like, I used to squat 315, deadlift 515. I'm telling you, when I tell you I was lifting some heavy shit back then, I was doing it. See, I'm not doing it now because it's not necessary. And I can still tell you, yeah, I feel great. I feel like I got a great physique. I'm lean. I got a six-pack. You know what I mean? But it all comes down to how you're eating and what you do here in your human experience to shape shift the way you want to look. And the way you look to yourself, other people will look at you the same. This is why when they say, oh, you're not that attractive. Why do you think some guys can, if they're not that attractive, they can get a fly-ass girl? Ain't no secret to that. You are the one who's projecting everything, but it also affects how people will look at you. I know I went all over the place with this video. And again, shout out to Voodoo. The Voodoo, all right? And if you don't know about this beer, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the best beer on the planet, all right? Because, for one, not because it has 9% alcohol by volume and I don't have to drink a lot, but there is a purpose for why I'm drinking. Don't think that I'm drinking mindlessly or anything like that, or because, and you know what? Look at this, all right? See, I didn't get it. I didn't get any messages, honestly, okay? It's just basically saying 11:11, and it just happened to open up. And I'm glad I got to share that on this video. I'm glad I got to share this on the video, because I'm not, you see, this video, I'm bullshitting. I'm not really, it's not one of my videos where I'm like sitting down, I'm taking it serious. I'm taking it serious, but it's kind of me just talking. Just talking. And I'm technically not talking to anybody. I'm talking to myself right now. I'm talking to myself. When I post it, then in your now moment, when you watch it and you're experiencing it in your now moment, you can say Zigzag is talking to me. But hey, you know what? I had fun here. I'm gonna cut this one off so it's not too long. So like, share, subscribe. We'll talk soon.